Back to budget school.
Hello, grade 6 leaders.
The Premier clearly had done her overnight homework on her federal Labor colleague's fourth budget.
A good Labor budget that only Labor governments deliver.
Over the past decade, premiers have made a habit of pointing out when the state has been shortchanged by Canberra.
The money they have promised, it's all off on the never, never. We have been ripped off by this Liberal National Government for 6 long years of putting Sydney first.
We have a partner in Canberra.
That's because there's billions more for airport rail to take off and a $1 billion roads blitz package. Not all of those works have been announced, as Labor keeps its eye firmly on the election.
So we have been having some discussions, minister to minister.
But the biggest elephant in the room is the Suburban Rail Loop. Work is underway, even though not all the funds have been secured. The first stage from here in Box Hill to Cheltenham will cost $34 billion, although experts dispute those figures. Victoria will pay for a third, another third will come from local value capture taxes, and the state wants the remainder to be picked up by Canberra.
We haven't made that commitment. We haven't budgeted for that.
And that's a big dilemma. Federal Labor has given $2.2 billion towards the project, but it wants to see further details before it commits more. It means SRL gets top billing for the election.
We believe in it. We think it's a project worthy of Commonwealth investment.
But what if the coalition wins office?
I think we're sending a pretty strong signal that we don't think this stacks up.
So how would Jacinta Allan fund the project if Peter Dutton becomes PM?
Firstly, it's a hypothetical. But what does it say? What is it? Well, it is. No, well, I think it is. It is a reasonable hypothetical. We run the risk of Peter Dutton jumping back in the DeLorean, going back to the future, when Victorians saw what happened last time Peter Dutton sat at the federal cabinet table. Budget after budget after budget, Victorians were dudded for their fair share of infrastructure program.
The Premier wouldn't explain what the plan was if the billions needed from Canberra couldn't be secured, regardless of who's in power. And that's the biggest question. Richard Willingham, ABC News, Melbourne.